Hi, my dear students. Very good morning to all of you. I am Satish Kumar, your science teacher at Dr. Bison School. Welcome to the next session of our science subject. In the previous videos, we have discussed about types of substances depending upon the taste and change in their color when they were treated with litmus papers, methyl orange and phenolphthalein indicators. These are all the things we have discussed in our earlier classes part, and we have noticed the change in the color of methyl orange and phenolphthalein when they were treated with substances which contains acid and some other substance which contain bases, isn't it? Now today we are going to perform a small and funny activity. This you might have heard or observed when the magicians performed this trick. They used to bring out a lemon and they used to cut the lemon with the help of a knife. So when you or me or anyone cut the lemon with the help of a knife, what happens? Yes, we can cut into two pieces. At the same time, we can able to have some lemon juice extracted from it. It will be of very light yellow color, isn't it? But if you cut the knife with the if you cut the lemon with the help of a knife, can you bring blood out of it? You may feel surprised. Is it possible to get blood when we cut the lemon with a knife? Is it possible? But whereas the magicians can perform these tricks, they can able to bring out the blood. Let's do that activity. Are you ready for it? Are you interested in it? So if you cut a lemon with the help of a knife, generally you can make it cut into two pieces and you can extract the juice from it. But the magicians or the jugglers, you can observe when they cut the lemon with the help of a knife, you can able to get blood out of it. Is it true? Can we make it also possible? Yes, it is. Are you ready for it? Yes. So it's a very interesting activity, very nice activity. Okay, so now I have taken a lemon as well as a knife. Okay, lemon as well as a knife. Okay, my dear students. Now I want to cut this lemon with the help of the knife. What happens? Let's see. Can you able to see the change in color? Generally, what sort of color I said? You will get? Yes. You will get what color? Light yellow color. But when we make it to cut this lemon with the help of a knife, what you can observe here? You can see some red color solution has been obtained from it. Isn't it? You can see the red color. Yes or no? Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess why the color here is red instead of light yellow color? Generally we witness what type of color I said? Yes, it is yellow color. But what color we obtain? Yes, we obtain red color. Can anyone guess what it is? Generally, the magicians will say it is a magic. The jugglers will say it's a magic. So, it is a magic, isn't it? But really, here the blood doesn't come out from the lemon. Then how it happens? Just recall the properties of acids when they react with the litmus papers and indicators. Acids turn blue litmus to red. Do you remember that? When you treat acid with a methyl orange, it turns to which color? Red color. So my dear children, if the magician want to cut the lemon with a general knife that we use in our house, you will get it. We can cut into two pieces and the lemon juice you can extract it, which is of its general color. But if you dip this knife in methyl orange solution or petals of hibiscus or hibiscus flower solution, then it changes into red color, as you have witnessed now. Isn't it? You can able to get out red color. Okay, my dear students. So you can able to witness the change in the color of the which one? The lemon juice. Lemon juice is which nature? It is in acidic nature. We have discussed citric acid. Lemon juice contains citric acid. We discussed in the earlier part of the videos about that some vegetables and fruits containing different types of acids in it. Do you remember those? Those tables I asked you to read many a times. You have to remember those regarding the bases and acids. So here you can able to witness the lemon juice changed its color to, yes, it changes color to red. It is not blood. It is a lemon juice, but when it reacts with methyl orange solution, methyl orange which is generally orange in color, when it reacts with acid, it turns to red color. So that was happened here. That is only happened here. This is a purely a science trick. It is not a magic. You cannot able to get or create the blood from lemon. It looks like blood as it is red in color. Okay, my dear student, do you understand this? You can also able to perform this trick in your house. Do you understand this? It's a very simple and funny trick. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to read out. See. When a magician or a juggler cuts the, which one? Yes, lemon. Cuts a lemon, blood flows out of it. Is it blood? Can you call it as a blood? No. Actually, he uses a knife dipped in the methyl orange or hibiscus solution to cut the lemon. We all know that when the methyl orange is mixed with the acid substance, what happens? It turns to red color. So it is not a blood. It is not a blood, yes. And what it is? It is a change in color of this substance. When acid reacts with the methyl orange solution, it changes its color to red. That was happened here. And one more thing, but it is not blood. In many of our places, we find people doing this and presenting it as a magic trick. Now, you can also do this. Can you do this? You should require methyl orange solution. If methyl orange solution is not available, what you will do? Yes, you can collect hibiscus flowers. Cut out the petals, made it into a paste-like substance, just add a little bit of water and you can dip the knife in that solution and you can cut the lemon so that you can able to observe it turns to red color, the portion where the methyl orange solution or the hibiscus solution touches the lemon juice. Okay, my dear students, you can do this trick in your house. You can send a photograph to me, to my WhatsApp number. Can you do this trick? Yes, very good. Now, here asked some questions. Can you distinguish acids and bases? Can you distinguish acids and bases using the indicators? If some substances were given to you and the indicators also given, you can say the natural or the artificial, especially you take now either litmus paper indicators or methyl orange and phenolphthalein indicators. If you consider any of these indicators and if you take these indicators, can you test a given substance as an acid and a base? Can you do it? Is it possible now? Yes. We can able to distinguish an acid and a base by using the indicators. How can we distinguish? As we already learnt in earlier classes, methyl orange. Let us take the indicator methyl orange. how it behaves in acidic medium and how it behaves in basic medium. So acids and bases. Acids and bases. So if methyl orange reacts with treated with acidic substance, it turns to which color? Yes, red color. Whereas bases, it changes to yellow color. So depending upon the change in the color of methyl orange, we can able to say the substance is an acid or a base. If the methyl orange turns to red color, then the given substance is acid. If the methyl orange turns to yellow color, then the given substance is a base. What about phenolphthalein? So when you consider phenolphthalein, it remains colorless when it treated with acids. Okay. When it treated with bases, it changes its color to pink. So depending upon the change in the color of the indicators, one can able to distinguish the given substances into acids and bases. Okay, my dear students, do you understand this? Yes. Now we are going to discuss about some more interesting properties of acids. Some more interesting properties of acids now. Very simple. We can perform these activities as very simple activities. So what we have to do? Consider some metals. Consider some metals. Say zinc, iron, etc. Consider some 2 or 3 metals. So you can say magnesium. 3 metals. Now take some quantity of lemon juice. Quantity of lemon juice. Lemon juice contains citric acid, so it is acidic in nature. So instead of lemon juice, I can consider an acidic substance. I am going to consider hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Okay, my dear students, consider an acid, hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid or nitric acid, etc. and consider some metals like zinc, iron and magnesium. Okay, take a test tube and put some pieces of either zinc or iron or magnesium. Then what you have to do is drop by drop you have to pour down the acid into the test tube containing either zinc granules or pieces of iron or magnesium pieces. Okay, my dear students, then what happens? See here. So I can take the metal as zinc. Let it be zinc. Zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid. Zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid. When any metal reacts with acid, not all metals I say, except some noble metals, that is gold, silver and platinum, except these metals, they are noble metals because they generally are inactive and doesn't react with atmospheric oxygen or moisture or even with acids also. They have a very less reactive nature toward these substances I said. So when metals react with hydrochloric acid, what happens is a colorless gas evolves or produced. A colorless gas. If you put a burning matchstick near to the mouth of the test tube, what happens is the gas catches the fire with a pop sound. Colorless gas evolved from the particular reaction, that is metal reacts with hydrochloric acid and this colorless gas catches fire with pop sound. This colorless gas was discovered by, sorry I written colorless gas. This colorless gas was discovered by Henry Cavendish. Who discovered about this colorless gas? Henry Cavendish. And he named this gas as hydrogen. One of the lightest gases. He named this gas as hydrogen. So we call this gas as hydrogen gas. We name this gas as hydrogen gas. So when metal reacts with acid, chemical reaction takes place, and during the process of this chemical reaction, when the chemical reaction takes place, here a colorless gas is evolved which catches the fire with pop sound. Remember this word, pop sound. Generally, if you say oxygen, oxygen is a very good supporter of combustion. Okay, so if you brought a burning stick near to the oxygen gas, or if you blow some amount of oxygen gas into the burning stick, the stick burns brilliantly because oxygen is a very good supporter of combustion. The same way, so every gas is going to have its own characteristic property. Similarly, when this colorless gas which is produced during the chemical reaction or by the chemical reaction, what is the chemical reaction here? Metal reacts with acid. What was produced? A colorless gas is produced, and this colorless gas catches fire with pop sound, and it is none other than hydrogen gas. Other than hydrogen gas, it was discovered by an Italian scientist named as Henry Cavendish. Who discovered this gas? Henry Cavendish. And he only said that it is a colorless gas. He has done so many experiments and finally came to a conclusion about the discovery of a colorless gas. Okay, and he named it as hydrogen. Who named the colorless gas evolved this chemical reaction as hydrogen gas? Henry Cavendish. Now let's come to the chemical reaction here. So here what was produced is metal chloride. Metal chloride plus colorless gas was produced. Colorless gas was produced. This colorless gas, I can replace it by the name hydrogen gas. Yes. Hydrogen gas. Okay, my dear students. So, how do you know? So, if someone asks, how do you say that the produced gas is hydrogen gas? You can simply say that if you place a burning matchstick near to the mouth of the test tube where this chemical reaction takes place, if the gas evolved is hydrogen gas, it catches the fire with a pop sound. It catches the fire with a pop sound. You can say that, or you can confirm that the gas produced is hydrogen gas. If it is any gas other than hydrogen, then it cannot perform the similar reaction here. It cannot perform the similar reaction here. Do you understand, all of you? Okay, are you able to understand? So, metals have a reactive nature towards acids. Metals reacts with acids. When metal reacts with acids, what will be produced? Corresponding metal chloride and hydrogen gas will be liberated. Metal chloride and hydrogen gas will be liberated. So whatever metal you consider and whatever acid you take, the reaction will be same. I mean, the resultant products will be same. You will have respective metal chloride or metal sulfate depending upon the acid. Whatever metal zinc you have taken, so I will get here zinc chloride. Now I am replacing it because I said generally metal chloride. Now I can say it is zinc chloride. Okay, zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. If I take magnesium in the place of zinc, what I will get? Magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. Magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. That's why if we keep acids in the metal container, say for example, you can consider copper. If some amount of substances containing acid, when they were placed in the copper containers, the containers, that means the layers to which these substances were exposed, it turns to blue-green color coating. It will have a blue-green color coating. It is nothing but the metal is going to be react with the acid. If this reaction proceeds, if reaction continues and so on, finally what happened? The metal will be completely reacts with the acid, so the metal will be corrode. Metal will lose its properties. So instead of metal, we will have metal chloride. So metal will be disappear after certain period of time, as it completely going to be reacts with the acid, and whereas it produced respect to metal chloride or metal sulfate or metal carbonate is and hydrogen gas. Okay, my dear students, so never try to keep acid substances in metal containers. That's why whatever pickles that were prepared by our mother in the house, pickles in the sense we will prepare with the help of vegetables or some fruits also we use like mango, lemon. These lemon pickles are there. So a tomato pickle, those contains acid substance, a chemical substance acid. So when these were placed in a steel or metal container, what happens? The metal reacts with the acid and it starts corroding. So finally it reacts with, ultimately the metal will degrade, a metal gets corrode. Okay, my dear students. So is it suggestible to keep acid substances in metal containers? You might have witnessed in our laboratory that either bases or acids, the chemicals were kept in a glass jar. Glass doesn't react with acids. Okay, or even some hard plastic structures, synthetic materials. Okay, but we cannot keep them in a metal container. So if we keep them in a metal container, what happens? Metal reacts with that acid, so that metal undergoes chemical reaction. Finally, it gets corrode completely, and as the products produced were of respect to chloride, metal chloride also, and hydrogen gas. Okay, if someone asks you, what is a test that you can perform for checking whether the gas produced is an hydrogen gas or not? Very simple. Put a burning matchstick near to the gas produced region. Suppose it is going to, the chemical reaction is going to be takes place in a test tube, and the test tube contains hydrogen gas. It is one of the lightest gases. So once this chemical reaction completed, you have to immediately put the burning matchstick near to the mouth of the test tube. The gas catches the fire and puts off with a pop sound. You can say the given gas, the liberated gas is hydrogen gas. So metals reacts with acids. That's why we have to keep the metals away from the acids. That's why some metal containers or the metal utensils, you can say, when you want to keep them, means in acidic substance or so, they were coated with a layer in order to protect the metal from reacting with the acidic substance. You are running notes part? So we have discussed about some interesting properties of metals. Metals reacts with acids and they produce colorless gas called hydrogen. Colorless gas called hydrogen. So who discovered this gas? Henry Cavendish. Who discovered this gas? An Italian scientist, Henry Cavendish. It is a colorless gas. Okay. So how to test this gas as an hydrogen gas? Yes, if a burning matchstick is introduced near the mouth of the test tube where this gas was produced, it catches the fire with a pop sound. Okay. It catches fire with a pop sound. Then we can say the gas produced in this chemical reaction is hydrogen gas. Okay, my dear students. And explain one more thing, that generally vessels made up of either brass or zinc or some other metals, they were, that means the inner portions are coated with some layer in order to protect corrosion, as they were going to be react with acids. Here the inner walls of the either brass or copper vessels, brass and copper vessels, inner walls, the inner walls of brass and copper vessels are coated with a thin layer of tin. Tin is also a metal, but it doesn't get react. Of course, we are the primary metal, that is brass and copper vessels to be protected. So we have been using the layer of tin to protect the copper and brass vessels in not to undergo corrosion while they are reacting with the acids. Okay, my dear students. So to protect the corrosion of brass and copper vessels, what we have to do? Yes, they are being coated with layer of tin. That's why pickles, jams, jellies, etc., they are going to be preserved in either glass, porcelain and plastic containers. I said already, they are not going to be placed in metal containers as they undergo corrosion. In order to prevent these metals from corrosion, we have been placing in either glass or porcelain or plastic containers. You may witness in your houses, all these items are enclosed in either glass or porcelain or plastic containers. Okay, my dear students, so that's all for today class. In this class we have discussed about the use of indicators to distinguish between acids and bases, and we have learnt about a magic trick to bring out the blood from lemon. Of course, it is not a blood, but it looks like a blood as it is red in color. Before doing this activity, I have dipped down this knife in methyl orange solution. You can do this activity by dipping in the hibiscus solution. And we learnt about one property of metals. Metals undergo reaction with acids. You can say, so when acid is treated with a metal undergoes chemical reaction. Respect to chloride is formed here, as you have taken a hydrochloric acid, zinc taken. So hydrochloric acid is the acid was considered here. So zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid, produces zinc chloride, and a colorless gas is evolved which catches fire with pop sound, and it was named as hydrogen gas. And this was discovered by an Italian scientist, Henry Cavendish. Okay, my dear students, so that's all for today class. When we meet in the next class, we are going to discuss about an interesting one more phenomena is going to be takes place around us, especially in metropolitan cities and everywhere, that is about acid rains. So what is meant by an acid rain? What are the effects of acid rain? And what are the factors that led for the occurrence of acid rains? All these things will be discussed in the next video. Until then, bye. Have a nice day.